What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, RedLineMods. Guess what? We finally got the V3s going on there. And I always get questions on, there's a gap in between or there's a gap on the side. So once I put my V3s on, and I will show you if I have a gap as well, if it's all of us or if it's just some of us, and see if we have any issues with it or anything like that. So as you can see, I have a last fit turn signals, also reverse signals, which I'm going to be giving out in a giveaway to the winners. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed, and enable all notifications by hitting the bell icon and press all. Then this way you're notified on the giveaway as well. And of course, I got many people who just joined me as a member. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And of course, a big shout out to Ramirez. He sent me these V3 taillights right here. Ta-da! Big shout out to him. He's been my subscriber for almost a year now, possibly over a year. Time is flying by. These are the V3s right there he got me. Thank you so much, bro. And this is what we're gonna be installing it with. Some sockets, the wrench, extension if you need, flathead to remove the these push tabs right here. I'll put some light up there when I show you. Some electrical tape to hold the wires along this line for the extension cables in the back right there. And pry tools to pry out this area right here. So stay tuned, keep watching. This video's gonna be in detail, so it might be longer. But hey, you wanna save yourself like $200 or $300 from the shop? Make sure you watch the full video, because this is what's gonna save you that couple hundred. Make sure you subscribe, and that's it, guys. Let's start this whole installation. Now it's dark out. I'm gonna show you the turn signals right now. Even though I have like 6-7 layers of nightshade on it, it's still super bright. Look at this. That's crazy. That's gonna be in the giveaway. Alright, so to start off, you just want to take this off. Like right here. This rubber piece. You kind of like pull it outwards a bit so you have space. See that? So you have space to work with. You don't have to go in there and pull it out this way. You could literally like come up here and pull it out this way. Pull it out a little bit. But I'm using one hand, so it's not good enough. But I'll show you. So you would have your like one hand in here, like 2 fingers, kind of pull outwards, and you pull the top from here, kind of wiggle it like this, and it will pop right out, just like that. And then you want to grab. I don't really use the Phillips because I don't want to damage the inside. So I grab the socket and just twist that instead. That works a lot better. So do that on both sides, all right? Also, a word of advice: whenever you remove these, you don't want to swap them out when you're turning them when you're putting them back in, because you might mess up the threads. So you want to put up the same screw in the same hole, all right, that you got it from. So that's how I place them: top, bottom, and bottom. So I place them. You can place them anywhere, however it's organized for you. This is for me. It works for me like this. So I know this one's gonna go on top and the bottom will go in the bottom, all right? And just make sure you use the same screws in the same hole. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna be using my gimbal and the tripod. So to pop these tail lights out, you kind of smack them here after the screws are removed. It should pop out just like that. And there's a connection right here. You just squeeze that in there, and then you're just gonna pull this side and this side outward, so it just comes right out. All right, that is out. So make sure you keep this clip on. You're gonna use it again later. See that? And then plugs right in. And right here you'll see like a rubber piece on top. You just take that out, just like that, because we're gonna use this to fish the wire through for the top light. So to make this easier, let me get closer so you guys could see. Alright, so I got the flashlight on. So you want to do it to make your life easy, you just do the tail lights first. This is gonna go fish through right there, that rubber piece we took out, right into there. And you want to line up, you're gonna have to connect this here with this. Oh, the other way. Alright, clicks in, and you want to make sure you don't pull this wire too much, alright? You don't want to mess with that. Yeah, you fish this inwards, and you line up the two holes, the two pins right here, you line up on the side, it goes in. And to put the light back in, you want to make sure the bottom of it right here, I'm about to show you, let me get there real quick. You want to make sure when you try to put it there, mine is not lined up, so I'm gonna show you what it is. All right, let me get the tripod down a little bit. Sorry if it moves a little bit more. I think right there. This is what I want to show you guys, and a lot of people get stuck at. So you see that? That's line. That's not good. Yeah, I don't have my flashlight on me. It's inside the house, but I got a small one where you just click it. It should do it. So I want to show you guys. See that gap right there? That's what you don't want, all right? And to close that gap, you make sure that it's still lined up on that side, and you kind of try to flush this downwards a bit, wiggle it, maybe it'll fit right in then afterwards. So just like that. See that? The gap from here is gone. Now it's flushed in. If you look at it, there's no more gap, all right? That's what you want to make sure. And you also want to make sure that the holes line up here as well, but you're looking for a different angle, but they do line up. Yep, that's it, guys. So let's push this back in and put these two screws back in there, and we'll do the same thing on the right side, all right? All right, it's hard to explain this thing, but this side, these small clips right here, this one down here, the middle, this one, you just want to match up these, all right? So let me just clean up this stuff a little bit. You want to match them up, make sure it's flushed in with the sides. Say just like that. And then you just want to press this in these two centers right here, but they're like really hard to push back in. So once they're lined up, you just want to see where it goes in. Yeah, these are really hard to go. So sometimes you just have to kind of bend them a little bit inwards and push inwards. Yeah, it's just, these really suck. I wish it was just like one of those, like 2 screws, you just take them out, this thing comes off. I don't know why they still made these really old style. Yeah. If you just try doing that a bit, it will eventually go in. Even if one clicks in, I'll be happy. Yeah. That's tough. But it doesn't bother me. You could just put some, maybe some, 3M tape here. Just kind of hold it up there together so you never lose it if you can't get this in. But it should make a really loud click if you actually get it in. It takes some time. It takes at least a few tries before it goes in. So don't give up that easy. Worst case scenario, just put some 3M tape on the sides. That's all, and then push this back in right here. All right, so now looking on the inside, the driver's side, the trunk, there's a flat, the push pins, you use a flathead, and you kind of, it's right there. Get that out. You'll do it on the other side as well. So you don't have to take this whole thing apart. Just go ahead, put your hand there, you would feel this right there. That's what you fish through. And you're going to connect, assuming this side, they could only go one way. So once you connect that, you make sure you connect. Once you connect it, you make sure you do it. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, so once you do connect it, make sure before you close it, let's say it's connected, right? And you're closing it back up. So when you close it back up, make sure the wire pops out from this end, from the back side. Because if you do it from here, you're gonna have like extension coming out from here. It's gonna look too ugly. If you wanna do a clean job, you wanna pull the wire out from this end, close this in. So this way, the wire won't come out this way because it's gonna be blocked by this clip. All right, I pushed it back in. As you can see, the wire's on the back side. See that? So it won't come out that way. So this way you could hide all the excessive in the back as well. It'd be a lot easier to keep there. So now just let it hang here because we're gonna need some. So do the same thing on the other side. That's gonna be going on next. So since that's going on next, take off all these clips right here. There are a bunch of them. Take them all off. This thing will come off. All right, so now the panel's off. I'm working on the driver's side. You want to take off this bolt, that bolt, and you want to take off this. Should be this one as well. And then in the back, you want to take off this and that right there. Oh, it's total in 6. And you also want to disconnect this light right here, and you also want to disconnect this. You push this tab right here and you pull downwards. Careful not to pull the wires, but yeah, it's easier to do with 2 hands. Remember, I got reverse and turn signals. I'm gonna be giving it out to 2 winners. All right, so now since all the 6 bolts are gone, you kind of pry this out from here. See that? And then you don't want to do that because you don't want to snap this. So you want to go ahead and use the pry tool a bit closer. Well, if you were to use both hands, obviously you would grab with the one hand this thing, and the second one you would pry underneath right here. All right, it's tough. Let me get here actually. So see that? You want to get closer and pry out. If you have to, you can like put this tool here and use a second pry tool right here up to until you, I think there's one more clip right here, so you can take this out. Alright, so that's done, right? See that? Up to here, where you could actually take out the tail light. See that? Tail light's out. And it comes off up to here. See that? These two tabs right here, the green ones. Kind of bend it up and then push out the tail lights from here. And then the next one, fish the wires through and place it in. Make sure it's flush, then you just smash these in. And make sure this also stays on this, alright? It's gonna go right there. Alright, so once that's lined in, you just push the tab here, smack it a little bit, make sure they're all tabbed in, alright? And that's it. And then you go, so what you're gonna do now is connect this into this right here for your reverse. But before you close up everything here, you want to make sure this reverse light is working. So I'll show you that when to check that out. So you just want to go ahead and connect this light and the next part is going to be, where is that connection? It's right in here. So that's for the bottom one, all right? Connect this into this for reverse, connect this to that right here. And this one is gonna connect to that extension down here. All right, to top it off, everything is connected. I put some electric tape around and over here as well. Over here, I just put some pieces to connect it together. Then the excessive part, it's gonna go literally right back here, like I said, because whenever you push the trunk inward, it's gonna go in that way, so the connection will stay there instead of getting tangled over here and getting pulled in that way. So it's clean look. You won't see it over here. It's all in the back. And do the same thing on the other side. We'll go ahead and test out the reverse lights before you put the whole liner back up. All right, so for some of you, you might be missing one of these. If you are, it's fine. Most likely you're not going to. I am, because my friend sent them to me, so it's fine. It's cool with me. It's held by enough bolts here. Two of these fitted in, that fitted in, and two of these bolts back in here as well. One, two right there. And you guys might have another issue, is the fact that you might have one bolt line up and one not, but it's fine again. Yeah, so as I was trying to fit this zip line up, it didn't work. One did, it's fine. So you might have the same issue. And now, before I put this whole liner up and these push pins tabs back in, it's the last step. I'm gonna go ahead and close, make sure there's nothing. Yeah, you wanna make sure this rubber seal is good to go. All right, I'm good on this. And same thing on this side. Okay, I'm good to go. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and close. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test out the reverse lights, all right? That's for locking, of course. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try out the reverse lights, make sure they're working. And again, those reflectors are still stock. I'm gonna get those installed next. So unlock, you get the animation on auto, of course, when it's nighttime. And you guys wanted to ask how you get the animation during the daytime. You simply get the lever for the headlights, you kind of turn it off and just turn on, not on auto, just when it's off, just turn it on one click and you'll get the animation during the day to get to see it. At nighttime, you could just have it on auto, and when your front headlights light up as well, your taillights should do the animation at night as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. Alright, so if you ever want to check out your taillights without you being in the car, just make sure your e-brake is on. My car's in reverse right now, the e-brake is on, it's not going anywhere. But here you go, one side is working, that side is not. That means you gotta flip up that light, right? So let's do that real quick. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the hazards to show you guys what the signals and hazards would look like. It right there. My trunk is closed. Yes, it is. So whenever the reverse light doesn't work, all you gotta do is switch it, flip it up, and you should be good to go from there. All right, that's it, guys. That's the hazards and signals. Finally, we got the V3s right. You guys wanted me to get. Now we're good to go. There you go. Oh yeah, forgot to close the car door. So since it's on automatic, I'm gonna go ahead and close the garage door in a bit. Check it out, nighttime, bam. That's it, guys. Stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed the video. You saved yourself a couple hundred. Feel free to go ahead and join me as a member. If you do, just DM me on my Instagram at RedLineMods.official. Send me a screenshot of the welcome page and I'll add you in a private group. And that's about it, guys. Peace out. Until next time.